Epigenetics reveal that our genes are not simply blueprints set in stone. Rather, they function more like light switches. Autophagy slows, the cellular debris accumulates, and inflammation ensues, quietly sabotaging youthful vitality. These focus only on what is visible. But what if the true answer lies beneath the surface, actually in the surface or in our cells, hidden in the very depth of those cells? Let me introduce you to two identical twins, Anna and Sophie. Born just minutes apart, they were indistinguishable. Same bright eyes, same infectious laughter, same radiant skin. After college, however, their paths diverged dramatically. Anna moved to the pristine mountains of Vermont, trading city life for fresh air, tranquil forests, and clean mountain streams. Sophie, however, chose an ambitious career in the heart of Los Angeles, where she navigated bustling traffic, constant exposure to air pollution, industrial chemicals, non-native EMFs, blue light from endless screens, and the relentless pressure of urban life. When the twins reunited at their 40th birthday, everyone noticed a startling difference. Anna retained an almost effortless youthful glow, her skin vibrant, clear, and smooth, bearing few visible signs of aging. Sophie, equally health conscious and careful about her skincare, carried deeper lines, duller skin, and subtle signs of fatigue etched visibly on her face. At first glance, you might think stress alone explains it. But here's the fascinating part. It's not that simple. Researchers now understand that environmental stressors like air pollutions, environmental toxins, chronic urban stress, and non-native EMFs, and even prolonged exposure to digital screens quietly penetrate deep beneath the skin surface. These hidden forces reshape our biology at the cellular level, silently accelerating the aging process. This leads us to a surprising, provocative question. Could the true secrets to reversing aging not be found in traditional skincare and invasive treatments, but rather deep within our cells themselves? Could it be that the key to rejuvenation lies beneath the surface, hidden in our cells' silent interactions with the environment around us? Today, we'll explore exactly this, challenging conventional wisdom and discovering a new, groundbreaking perspective on skin aging. Our skin is an extraordinary paradox. Think of it as the body's first line of defense, our personal armor. It's our primary barrier against the harsh external world, tirelessly protecting us from everything we encounter. Yet, despite this critical role, our skin remains strangely vulnerable, almost transparent in how vividly it reveals our internal health. Imagine for a moment that your skin is like a book, silently documenting every challenge your body endures. Each wrinkle, spot, or mark tells a chapter of your story, exposing past battles against invisible foes such as air pollution, UV radiation, harsh weather, stress, and even the seemingly innocuous blue light and EMF from your phones or laptops. While we focus on sunlight as the primary villain, these other hidden environmental stressors might be even more insidious. Actually, studies show us that they are 60% of the reason our skin ages from the environment, quietly damaging our cells day after day. Consider a historical analogy. In the early days of coal mining, miners carried caged canaries deep into the mines. These birds were sensitive to harmful gases and served as an early warning system. When the canaries stopped singing, the miners knew that they had to get out immediately. Your skin, remarkably, plays the same role. It's our own biological canary in the coal mine, sensitive to environmental toxins long before we notice their effect internally. But here's where it gets intriguing. Traditional cosmetic approaches to aging, expensive skincare and fillers, Botox, invasive procedures like radiofrequency or ultrasound, are essentially like painting over cracks in a crumbling wall. They might mask the problem temporarily, but they don't address why the wall is cracking in the first place. They fail to see the deeper biological roots of skin aging, which unfold quietly beneath the surface. The paradox then is clear. Our skin, our greatest protector, is uniquely susceptible to the very elements it defends against. And until we recognize this deeper narrative, this internal biological story, we can't truly reverse aging. So today, let's set aside traditional assumptions and explore the remarkable biology beneath the skin's surface, where the real secrets to lasting youthfulness may finally be uncovered. Imagine your body as a bustling city, vibrant and full of energy. At the heart of this city are mitochondria, tiny power plants tirelessly generating energy for every cell. Their primary currency? A remarkable molecule called NAD plus or NAD. Think of NAD as the dollar bill of cellular energy, ubiquitous, valuable, and essential for life itself. But here's a twist. As we age, our internal economy begins to falter. Our NAD levels quietly decline, creating an invisible energy crisis. Cells, previously buzzing with productivity, now struggle to meet basic demands. Just as a city grinds to a halt when its electricity falters, our skin cells, starved of NAD, slow down. Collagen and elastin synthesis, the cornerstones of youthful, firm skin, begin to diminish, while cellular repair and rejuvenation stall. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, the vibrant city of our skin fades into tired decline. Yet, NAD is only part of the puzzle. Consider epigenetics, one of science's most intriguing discoveries in recent decades. Epigenetics reveal that our genes are not simply blueprints set in stone. Rather, they function more like light switches, turned on or off depending on environmental cues. Picture a grand piano. Your genes are the keys, but epigenetics is the pianist deciding which notes to play and when. Environmental stressors, pollution, stress, diet, and even emotional turmoil can subtly change how this pianist performs, disrupting the melody of youthful skin. Genes, vital for maintaining healthy, glowing, tight, and youthful skin, are silenced, while those triggering inflammation and damage becomes persistently active. Without our noticing, the once harmonious melody descends into dissonance, and skin visibly ages. Finally, let's talk about autophagy, the body's fascinating internal recycling process. Imagine the same bustling city we spoke about before, but now without garbage collection. Debris pile up, streets clog, the flow of life halts. Our cells, too, have their own waste removal system, autophagy. It sweeps away damaged proteins, malfunctioning mitochondria, and even entire cells that are too old or weak to function, keeping our biological streets clean and functional. But aging disrupts this elegant system. Autophagy slows, the cellular debris accumulates, and inflammation ensues, quietly sabotaging youthful vitality. Like a neglected city, this cellular clutter builds up and the results become visible externally: dull, inflamed, prematurely aged skin. Together, these three hidden saboteurs, declining NAD levels, epigenetic disruptions, and impaired autophagy, are silently reshaping our bodies from within. And to truly reverse aging, we must first understand, confront, and overcome these quiet culprits lurking beneath our skin. To change the story of skin aging, we must fundamentally rewrite the rules. Traditional skincare has operated on the surface, assuming that aging could be conquered with superficial remedies. Whether it is creams, lotions, or injections, these focus on only on what is visible. But what if the true answer lies beneath the surface, actually in the surface or in our cells, hidden in the very depth of those cells? Allow me a brief detour to illustrate this idea. In 1968, a revolutionary named Dick Fosbury stunned the world with a radically different approach to the high jump in the Olympics. Before Fosbury, athletes had jumped facing forward, scissor kicking their legs over the bar. But Fosbury approached the bar backwards, arching over head first. The world watched skeptical until he soared higher than anyone had imagined possible. Soon, and to this day, everyone were adopting the Fosbury flop. That's how it's called. The skin longevity matrix that we've developed is skincare's own Fosbury flop. And that, by the way, at Young prototype lab is something we've developed in the last decade and a half. This is skincare's or skin health's Fosbury flop moment, a radical shift in how we understand aging. Rather than focusing externally, it targets three fundamental pillars deep within our skin: energy metabolism, epigenetics, and autophagy. First, it replenishes NAD, our cellular energy currency, revitalizing mitochondrial function and rejuvenating tired cells. Second, it recalibrates epigenetics, coaxing our cells back to the youthful genetic harmony disrupted by environmental stress. And third, it reignites autophagy, clearing out the clutter, repairing damage, and restoring cellular function. Think of this approach as gardening at the roots instead of merely pruning leaves. By nourishing the roots, the underlying cellular processes, we allow the entire plant, our skin, to flourish anew. This unconventional, counterintuitive, even I would say even counterintuitive approach is profoundly effective. In short, the longevity matrix doesn't merely mask aging, it defies it. It represents a bold new vision, fundamentally reshaping how we think about youthful skin. It's not about looking younger temporarily, it's about truly being younger at the biological core of our being. Every groundbreaking shift requires powerful allies, and the skin longevity matrix approach has found them in unexpected places. Let me tell you about some extraordinary ingredients that don't just mask aging, but actively reverse its biological markers. First, NAD precursors. NAD is the critical fuel for our cells, the life-giving molecule powering our body's internal energy power plants, the mitochondria. But here's where it gets intriguing. Scientists discovered that simply replenishing NAD levels in our cells could rejuvenate them profoundly. Imagine pouring fuel into an engine that's been sputtering to life. Suddenly, cells burst with vitality, producing more collagen, elastin, repairing DNA, and behaving decades younger. Next, meet spermidine, a humble molecule first isolated from wheat germ and certain cheeses. Remarkably, it was first studied for its role in extending lifespan in organisms as simple as yeast. But researchers quickly realized its stunning potential for humans as well. Spermidine activates autophagy, our cellular recycling process, effectively sweeping away debris, revitalizing tired cells, and restoring youthful vigor. Think of spermidine as your body's internal housekeeper, meticulously cleaning rooms that haven't seen attention in decades, restoring your biological home to pristine condition. Then there's the dynamic trio: resveratrol, ergothioneine, and THDA, which is a fat-soluble advanced version of vitamin C. Resveratrol, famously associated with red wine, sparked excitement when scientists found it could activate longevity genes called sirtuins. When taken orally, it really has a problem doing it on a systemic level, but when applied to the skin, the results are incredible. Ergothioneine is a potent yet overlooked antioxidant discovered in mushrooms, and it really became a surprise ally, protecting mitochondria from environmental stress. And THDA, an innovative form of vitamin C, bypassing the instability issues of traditional forms, deeply penetrating the skin to stimulate collagen without irritation. Actually, with its presence, our skin makes collagen 10 times more easily and more effectively. Individually powerful, together they form a formidable coalition, fortifying the skin against time itself. And finally, copper peptides, or GHKCU, a remarkable discovery that emerged from research into wound healing. Researchers noticed something fascinating. Copper peptides didn't just heal wounds faster, they triggered profound regenerative effects in aging skin. They stimulated collagen and elastin, hyaluronic acid, reduced inflammation, and visibly reversed years of damage. Collectively, these ingredients are not just serendipitous discoveries. They represent a paradigm shift, a new vision for skincare where aging isn't masked, but fundamentally changed and biologically reversed. They embody the skin longevity matrix approach, working synergistically beneath the surface to defy the inevitability of aging and rewrite our skin's future. When trials were conducted to test the skin longevity matrix molecule approach, even the most enthusiastic researchers were cautious. Could a regimen targeting the very biology of cells genuinely reverse skin aging in practical, measurable ways? Across several past and ongoing clinical trials, participants from diverse backgrounds, ages, and skin types were invited to experience this transformative approach firsthand. What researchers observed was truly remarkable. Within weeks, subtle yet undeniable improvements began to emerge. Participants reported brighter complexions, smoother textures, and visibly diminished wrinkles. But these weren't merely subjective opinions. Clinical assessments consistently confirmed significant improvements, measurable increases in skin elasticity, notable reductions in fine lines, wrinkles, and hyperpigmentation, and enhanced overall skin health. Even those with historically sensitive skin responded positively, highlighting the gentle but powerful effectiveness of addressing aging at its cellular root. The trials demonstrated conclusively that when you shift the focus From superficial treatments to deep biological rejuvenation, boosting cellular energy, optimizing autophagy, and reprogramming epigenetics, the results aren't incremental, they're transformative. Participants didn't just look younger. Biologically, their skin truly became younger. These studies have been published in the most prestigious magazines like Nature and Cell Aging, and they underscored something revolutionary. Aging isn't inevitable when approached through the skin longevity matrix lens. These studies confirmed that reversing skin aging at its core is no longer just hopeful thinking. It's a scientifically validated reality, rewriting the narrative of skincare and redefining what's possible in our pursuit of lasting youth. So, how do we put all of these groundbreaking science into action? Here's the simplest blueprint you'll ever hear. First, embrace cellular rejuvenation by replenishing skin NAD. Give your skin the energy currency it desperately needs. Second, activate your body's internal recycling program through autophagy boosting ingredients like spermidine and its precursor and postcursor, spermine and putrescine. Third, recalibrate your genetic expression with epigenetic modulators like resveratrol, advanced DHEA vitamin C form and ergothioneine and copper peptides. Think of this routine as a daily investment, not just in appearance, but in genuine cellular youthfulness. The secret isn't complexity, it's consistency. Transform your skincare regimen from superficial routine into biological renewal, and your skin will tell a completely different story. One defined by resilience, vibrancy, and lasting youth.